the video though, the camera and microphone.
Is it me or is rap music just getting laser?
Yeah, reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Yeah, 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 what? Yeah. Yeah, reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. I need the presidents, fuck the dead presidents. This world's a ghetto, several just settle, fueling the devil. Gas through the pedal, living to die, this can't be life. Life's full of wisdom, needing ants back in the day, sipping here. Trying to come up with my friends, no doubt. Yeah, hit the streets, got to show what you really be bout. Crooked cops on the prowl, at any given minute, shit can go down. No, put the trump up in the funky sounds. I was lost, but now I'm found. Playing haters, hating the style is not allowed. And there's no doubt around here. Still walking around with no fear. Let me clear the way, so don't you dare interfere. Real, till the day I die supply. The public with rhymes, look in my eyes. No regrets in this life. Though you think about shit, gotta continue to strive. Wanna be like living broke ain't the way. Gotta try to stack it, give yourself your own grace. Escape the pain, go against the grain. Different day of time, synchronize the price to pay. Sacrifice, bitch ass motherfuckers. I've arrived, let's ride, that's ride. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the president. Rolling in the bucket, better drive it like a Benz. Focused on my ends, staring at my review, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Yeah, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Rolling in the bucket, better drive it like a Benz. Focused on my ends, staring at my review, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Yeah, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is.
North County, we're here. The living dead. Outside lands. Yeah. Two words, San Diego, we able to eat at the same table. Yesterday's fable is today's reality. Welcome to what I call the hip-hop academy of cool, calm calamity. Two words, hip-hop, no chain, wristwatch, no range, marijuana, cocaine, website domains, anonymous, no name, no face, just brain. Learn to play the fucking game. I'm saying two words, outside lenses, gente, gon' live for the moment. Step out with the homies. It's a takeover, SD makeover, no layover. We already here. Two words, gun control, don't patrol no more. I defend my own and everybody I know. Streets stay hot, try me not. Raising this game so everybody move. Two words, drug use, El Chapo, old news. But the drugs are still used, malabuse, you lose. It's an epidemic, methamphetamines, grandmama's open it. Whole world smoking things. Two words, North County, Oceanside, I'm alive. Hip-hop till I die, write rhymes every night. Cypher's gon' bring the light, lightweight, Miller Lite. Yes, I'm down to fight, bout to soar like a kite.
Yes, sir. And just like that, we are here with another
Sir.
episode of the Kick It Podcast, brought to you by the Kick It Labs. Thanks to everybody who is tuning in. We are live, as always, from the beautiful city of Oceanside. My name is Victor V. I am joined by my boy Bruce, by my boy Louis,
What
and of
up?
course, I am joined by Silence, who is actually not on camera or on the microphone, but he is holding down the production for this episode. And on this episode, we are actually joined by a fellow podcaster, and you guys might know him out there. He's actually involved with one of the hottest podcasts out here in the county. And of course, I'm talking about Jonah from the Barbershop Confidential.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
Thank you.
Thank you for kicking it with us, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, welcome to the labs. I'm glad you pulled through.
Yeah. I like it, man. You guys got a good, dope little setup, whole production shit, man. I'm impressed, bro.
Thanks,
Bro,
man.
I appreciate
you,
that.
thank
You
you.
even came in the midst of all our fuckery going on around here. They're like, should I step out the door while this
Yeah,
means
no.
like, no, you already seen enough. Just
Oh,
Might as well
fuck.
walk on in.
I saw the carpet with like liquid dragged out of here. I was like, oh fuck, I came in too early.
And well, Jonah, for everybody who's tuning in, listening, and watching, can you go ahead and give them a quick introduction of who you are and what you do?
Jonah, I host the Barbershop Confidential, the podcast. South San Diego, or South Bay, San Diego specifically. I'm not a barber. It has nothing to do with barbering.
I was about to ask that. How did that name? How'd you come up with that name? Or
It
what
was
brought about?
supposed to be me and my barber. Like, you know how you sit down with your barber and you guys are talking
Gotcha,
shit
gotcha.
and whatever. And so I was like, yo, let's do a podcast. He's like, yeah, buy the stuff. I was like, yeah, bought everything. And he was on there for a couple episodes, but then he wasn't like reposting. So I was like, it's cool, no biggie. Like, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. And the name was already like done. So I was like, I could just keep the name. And it's supposed to be like you have a conversation with like no limits. You can say whatever you want, like the kind you would with
Yeah.
your barber and shit. So that's where the name came from.
Oh, that's dope, man.
But I get a lot of things. Oh, you're a barber? Like, nah, I'm not.
Anybody hit you up to try to get a haircut?
Nah, they always be like, oh, so you're a barber? Like, assumed off top, they're like, oh, you're a barber. I'm like, no, that's the name of the podcast.
have you ever thought about changing his name, or are you like?
I
nah,
did
fuck
in the
it?
beginning.
What were some of the other names?
Didn't have any like,
God,
but I was like, I'm not a barber. Like, this is gonna be kind of like the weird that I'm not a barber. And now like I have a bunch of names. Like if I were to think of changing now, like I have names, but nah, it's already.
Well,
stuck.
what are like the top 3 names you've thought of?
There was one because my podcast is pretty much like a lot of people come on and like talk cheese man and shit like that. So I was like, cafecito con cheese man, like or cheese man with Jonah, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Just something like more focused on like who I am and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but I'm just gonna keep it rock with it like that. So
Yeah, no, it's a great name, dude, and it's out there. It's getting a lot of views and a lot of attention from all the fellow podcasters.
trying,
dude,
man.
and
Yeah.
no, it's pretty impressive, dude. Your setup, your video quality, even the interviews, man. Like some of those little clips that you show up, man, they're just priceless. Right?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I do photography and videography, so like editing wise, I have like a little background in it already,
Okay.
and then just using your creativity to like, all right, how can I make this look good and shit. So
Okay.
Yeah.
How many years did you study?
none.
None. There you go.
Yeah,
So you
that
have a
right here,
background
dog.
in there, so you gotta go.
Sounds like the
Self-taught,
labs.
man.
I
Yeah.
went to a community college of life.
Real shit.
Listen, I went
Yeah.
to community college one day orientation. That was with my boy JT, rest in peace. And I just went there. I didn't even sign up for the class. He just needed somebody to go with him.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I went to college, but it was just to drop my brother off.
oh.
So it was just know.
I drove by one a lot. So
nah, but for reals, there was when I forgot what semester it was. Cheers, y'all. I know it's water, but
Oh, yeah, that's bad luck.
it's all right.
Oh, but you were saying, Louis?
One time, it was a Maricosta campus here in Oceanside, and I think it was like the first day. And I was trying to find parking. There was literally no parking on campus. And if whoever knows who has ever been to Maricosta College, you know that there's no parking on campus. You have to like go down the hill, take a right, and then go up that or go down that street and park, and then go up that big ass hill, dude. And I was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do that. And I never went back after that, dude. That shit was fuck
Respectfully.
that. Yeah, respectfully, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
I mean, I shouldn't have been up there because I didn't even have like the car permit, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
sticker.
yeah.
But
You know,
still.
I don't know if you ever heard of Southwestern College.
no,
This is in Chula Vista.
okay.
The what is it, the community college?
Mhm.
So they, for some reason, they went to like the sticker type parking pass.
Yeah.
Where they would give you like the generic plaque, and then you'd buy the sticker and you put it on. I bought the sticker and then I started fucking printing it on sticker paper and selling it to my friends and shit. And what are the odds they ever run into like the same fucking number? You know what I mean? Like I would be like, hey, make sure you park, on different sides of the campus so we don't get caught up. And shit.
Had a whole chat going and shit. Like, hey, dude, I'm parking in lot F. Go park over there.
Yeah, shit. So I was like, oh, like, shoot me $10. I paid the 40 or 50, whatever it was for the year or the semester. And then, I made my money back off that shit. Yeah.
So I'm guessing you guys didn't get caught.
Nah.
Hell yeah. Success story.
You see, making
Allegedly.
the school system work for you is
Yeah.
the system was put in place. You just went ahead and figured it out.
Listen, college, I'm gonna get my money out of you one way or another.
Bro, you ain't lying, bro. I was in architecture.
Oh shit.
So I was the president of the architecture club. I fucking rigged that election though. This other girl was meant to win, but my boys went and like voted like 3-4 times for me.
You the polls on that one?
Yeah.
If
she would have been like trying to like recount, I would have lost, bro. But we used to do these fundraisers, carne asadas for the club, and they would make bank. And so the way it would work is the school would front you the money, and whatever you made was all like back. You didn't have to pay back the school, like it was all to the club. And so whenever I had to count the cash, I had to be like 100 for them, 20 for me, 100 for them, 20 for me.
A little bit out.
Me and my homies would be drinking like right there on campus while fucking making carne asada for people and shit. It was a good time, man.
Yeah, we're talking about your school days. So you are mainly from the South Bay. Is that where you're from?
Yeah. I grew up in National City, lived in Chula Vista for a while now. Yeah.
Oh, right on, bro.
Yeah.
The city they call nasty.
City, yeah.
No, it's actually really nice out there, dude. It's almost like Oceanside, a lot of remodeling and revamping and
nice.
stuff. But it's badass.
Yeah, if I had to compare it, the national, it's Oceanside. You're right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. When I come out here, I was like, it reminds me a little bit of home and shit, or where I grew up at least.
Yeah. In what ways?
Just like the urban life.
I feel it.
that part. Say less.
Yeah, where you guys are all from here then, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Born and raised Oceanside. I had this one girl on the podcast. She's from Escondido.
Okay.
But I had asked her like North County, like the people who live in North County don't really consider themselves San Diego, and she was like, nah, not really. We're like Escondido and shit.
Yeah, no, we have
Oceanside?
we have had that conversation here too. Is like I don't know, there is kind of like a disconnect between like San Diego and North County. I mean, it is a different vibes. It probably like a couple of years ago, it probably was a little more divided up here, but the last couple of years, I've definitely, I know we've seen, Vista, Oceanside, Esco starting to work a lot more together, which is fucking awesome.
That's dope, man.
All I gotta say is when you go ahead out of state, are you really gonna stick with the city name? Because I've been out of state and most fools don't really know.
Yeah.
Like when you say the city, you gotta be like San Diego, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man, it's like telling somewhere you're from a town as opposed to like a city. There is a difference in that.
That's true.
Yeah, that part. And as Louis mentioned, we have had this conversation with multiple guests before, and it's not intentional that there is a small disconnect between North County and San Diego, but at the end of the day, there is. Out here we rep Vista, Oceanside, Esco, San Marcos, Carlsbad, you name it. But even as Bruce said, once we're out of state, once we're outside of the county, then it's San Diego all day.
Yeah, that makes sense,
right? I mean, if you're not sticking around locally, if you're like going out there and shit, applying yourself in the world, and of course, then you're gonna go ahead and be faced with different standards and different rules and shit.
For sure.
Yeah,
it's like when like you guys can beef, like Oceanside and Vista could beef, right? But then you go somewhere, they're like, "Hey, yo, fuck San Diego." Like, whoa,
wait a second.
It's like that sibling thing where like, hey, only I get to pick on them. You stay the fuck out of this type of thing.
Bro.
Yeah, fuck them, but not from you though.
I was speaking about cheese man stuff. Like I was at a hip hop show last time. I'm not even gonna say it just to like not say the names. I went to a hip hop show, and keep in mind, it's like my weekend off from like all summer. It's like that I have the day to myself. So I go ahead and take myself to a show to enjoy some hip hop. And I have this one artist get on like the stage saying like, how's everyone doing? Can I have everybody like come to the stage and, like get to know each other, conversate? And, like no one did it, of course, because, it's hip hop. Ain't no one going to give a fuck. No one going to listen. He's like, all right, well, fuck y'all then. I'm all like, wait, what? Fuck me. It's my day off. I came here, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you didn't hear me. He's like all that far away, but I was telling him, he's like, man, Just for that, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna be outside for his whole set now, man. Fuck this. For real though, it's all you come. It's like I'm there for my day off, and then I just hear someone on the microphone saying like, "Fuck y'all." You gotta choose your words carefully. Words are powerful, especially like when you're put in position in places.
A long time ago, I don't know how old you guys, but George Lopez, when he was doing like a lot of stand up, he came to San Diego and he was like, "Fuck San Diego," like, and everybody was like, "What the fuck, bro? Like, he gonna come to our city and fucking say that shit?" And so for the longest time, it was like, "Fuck George Lopez" and shit.
I mean, it still is for me, but
yeah,
100%.
That's how I feel about like people who are from San Diego and they blow up, kind of like Nick Cannon. What's his name? Mario Lopez.
Yeah,
Mario Lopez.
He's from Chula Vista.
Yeah, he's from like he graduated with my sister, and none of them rep San Diego. They're like all LA shit, and I'm like,
well, Nick Cannon low key does, but you know he's Hollywood, so it's different.
Yeah. And then I saw how he got like tattoos that said Southeast on his, I think on his back or his arm, and it's like, bro, you did that shit late. I be getting in my feelings about that. Like, yo, rep your city, man. This San Diego was the best city.
Getting the tattoo in the comforts of a Hollywood home.
Yeah,
shit,
to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, but not. How does people down in San Diego see the connection between North County and like San Diego County more south?
Yeah, what's your viewpoint on that?
I don't know, man. I just be like, yo, that's just far, bro.
I hear that a lot, dude.
Look at each other, like,
yeah, like, damn, man. Oceanside, Escondido, fuck. But I drive all day for work, and so I'm always out here. Actually, I'm always like in Escondido, Vista, Carlsbad, Oceanside. So I'm gotten used to it. But yeah, like before, I'd be like, damn, that's kind of far to be going all the way out there.
Yeah, I've heard it be referenced as South LA ones from people from the South Bay. And I was like, damn, like that in South LA. It's like it kind of hurts.
Well, I've heard some people from like the North Game be like, nah, we're kind of closer to LA, so I like LA more. And I was like, I mean, I guess, but it's still San Diego County. And shit.
I never think of it like that. I'm like, we're the last stop before LA. We gotta make this shit lit every time.
What is it like here, and then it's fucking
San Clemente,
and then Orange County, and then LA. So
yep.
Yeah, no. I mean, how you guys feel about the South Bay? Y'all feel like it's cool? Or...
Oh, I dig it, man. Cool, I mean, I go to TJ all the time, so it's like on the way.
Yeah, I lived down there for a little bit too. It's pretty dope, man. I like it.
Yeah. We actually used to stay off of Palm Avenue and the 805. Yeah. It was a cool little time.
That was dope.
Yeah. I stayed out in Chula Vista for like a year or so. It was in the guest house while a big ass house on the hill was fucking being built. So we got lucked out. I mean, I enjoy that part of my life. I mean, it was like an 18 feet deep pool and shit.
Damn,
badass pool with a jacuzzi. I saw you see that cross on the hill? I was like right across. I was on the other mountain, just viewing that shit. Like, I was like, fuck, this is life right now. This is goals. I'm back to reality after this shit's done.
And that's crazy because you hear about like out of towners be like, oh, San Diego's so expensive. But then you like grow up in that and you're just like, I don't know, like I guess, right? Because either you're just gonna find a way to make it or whatever. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't like when they say that, I'm be like, yeah, it is expensive, I guess, but this is all I know. So I can't compare it to like the middle of fucking America and shit. So
true shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people are moving over there though. It's quite crazy.
To the middle.
Yeah,
to like the more affordable places like Tennessee, like Texas, Oklahoma,
Dakota.
Like that. Yeah.
My girl's family lives out in Texas, Dallas. It's nice out there. It's just hot.
Pretty dope,
It's just too hot for me, man. So I'm too big to be out there in the summer and shit. So keep my ass over here.
I feel that.
Hey, they get down with their fucking barbecue though, bro.
Yeah. Me and my homies went to Oklahoma to party and shit. That barbecue's fire, bro. Yeah, that shit's fire. Oklahoma and Texas, they got dope ass barbecue.
Now I want some barbecue.
Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry. Let's move on from the food. Yeah, it's natural that it just happens.
It's the food porn, huh?
Well, Jonah, to bring it back to the podcast and your show. So what is your approach with your show? Because I see in your IG, I think it's one of your lines. It says, "No clout, just vibes." Is that how you kind of approach every episode?
Like no disrespect to like any other podcaster out there, like they're all doing a thing and I hope everybody blows up. It's just I don't have any interest in interviewing or sitting down with people who kind of want clout, you know what I mean? Like whether it be like people who are trying to promote something. Like I just genuinely want to sit down and have a conversation with people. Like that's it. Like I don't have topics. I'll just be like, oh, what do you do? All right, cool. We're gonna go off that. and then just let the conversation flow. So it really just like, I'm not trying to chase no clout. Like I've had followers, I've had guests who have like 100 followers, and some of those do better numbers than some of the people that have like, thousands of followers. And it's just like, no clout, man. I just want to sit down and have a conversation. They just be the coolest ones, man. Like some of the girls that I have on, like hardly any followers. Conversations are fire, man. So that's what I meant by like no clout, just vibes. It's just come through, have a vibe, have a drink if you want. Like let's kick back and tell me about your life and shit. Yeah, that's what I like.
I dig that.
Yeah, because when you start off, like you want to get like the views, right? Like the listens, so they'll be like, "Oh, let's hit up artists," and that's cool. But I can't relate to an artist. Like I don't know what it's like going on tour or fucking being in the studio, putting a song together. So I can't relate to them. So then it becomes like an interview because I'm like, oh, what's your thought process? And how many times have I heard that shit already? Like, it's like the same questions over and over with like hip hop artists or singers or whatever. And I'm just like, I can't, man. Like, I rather you tell me like, why'd you fucking want to be a rapper? Like, because is it for bitches? Is it for money? Like, I want the real reason, not like the PR reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm trying to get out the hood. Everybody's trying to get out the hood, man. when you grew up in the hood, you don't want to stay there. You want to get out of there.
This one, you're like, you couldn't be a carpenter or a plumber.
A pilot.
Yeah. And I've had hip hop artists, but like, I guess in the beginning stages, and it's like, they're still a little bit more like, more grounded, kind of like more to have kick the shit and have fun and shit. Yeah. So those for sure, I'll fuck with those. Yeah. I just want people to be authentic, man. Yeah. I don't want no PR like answers and shit. Just be yourself. So. Yeah.
Like, why you trying to come up with the podcast and then I can't ask you a question because you're like,
oh, they'll be like, nah, don't ask me about that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is a list of questions I want you to ask me. I was like, man, fuck that shit.
I don't know how to read. Get out of here, man. Yeah, well, I mean, you guys just have usually it's just you guys, right? That's pretty dope.
We do a mixture of both, man. We usually have guests. It varies from hip hop. We've had some pop artists as well. Like we were saying earlier, some local businesses, politicians, just all over to have a good conversation. I mean, obviously you throw the questions in there, but I think the way that we do it is just more like throw them in there, but still have like a conversation, not necessarily like a question and answer.
I've watched some of your lives, man, and I like how you guys. I think what's cool about you guys is just like a group of friends just sitting around bullshitting and talking, and then there's like a guest, like right now, we're just like having a conversation. I think that's just dope.
And they're bullshitting along with us. Bro.
Yeah.
That's just tight as fuck when it happens.
Yeah. Have you guys had that awkward combo yet?
What do you mean?
How awkward can it get? I mean, what?
Yeah, I mean, we've had awkward moments, but I don't know. I think at this point we're so what's the term? I can't think of it.
We're experienced that. We're
seasoned.
Sazonados,
I mean, I'm naturally socially awkward. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. No, yeah. Normally, what I've noticed is, or at least that we've come to the conclusion is that normally with someone that's like, because a lot of these artists aren't used to being on podcasts and getting interviewed like that.
Right.
So they, the first 10 to 15 minutes, there's like that wall of like nervousness and like, kind of
barrier, like let them be themselves for the viewers to see.
And once that breaks down, then it's like all smooth sailing.
Yeah. It's funny, bro. I tell my guests all the time, like I'm nervous every time I sit down with somebody. They'll be like, yeah. And I was like, man, every time, because I don't know where it's going to go, so it can either go good or it could go bad and shit. So I always get that little bit of like, kind of like stage fright, you know what I'm saying? Like public speaking type shit. Like, there's a fucking complete stranger I got to sit down and talk to. Like, I still get, I've done like, I'm at 129 and it's like, I still get like nervous to fucking go up and like sit down and be like, so
yeah, man.
What's your favorite color?
And then Louis questioning why I don't go to the milk aisle when he told me to go meet somebody. Dog.
Yeah, man.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, since we are talking about aisles, I do want to go to the aisle of the comments. I don't really see too many comments out there coming through the YouTube, but I do want to tap into all my IG people and see if we got some stuff coming in through that way. You see anything, Louis?
Honor the Poet is saying Super Bowl winning.
49ers.
Oh, okay.
I like how you snipped that in.
That was behind the scenes when we were talking a little bit of football.
Yes, sir.
I think he's talking about the Chargers, but yeah, highly unlikely, man.
Yeah, because somebody asked him how the Chargers looking like this year.
Hey man, he says Super Bowl champions every year, dog.
Yeah. I looked at the Raiders.
Are you
fans,
guys
too, so-
football fans?
Yeah.
Oh, we are ready for a little bit of football out
Chargers?
here. Yeah, unfortunately, LA Chargers now.
I would go for the Browns.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Raiders.
Raiders. I just smoked it. I'm a Niner fan. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's preseason, bro. You can't take that shit seriously. You
That's
know?
what
So-
my girl's kind of like new on being a football fan, and she was getting like heated and like throwing pillows, and I was like, babe, chill out. It's preseason, don't count.
It's all the
She's
people
like-
trying to like win a spot. you know,
Yeah,
on the
but she,
team.
I mean, her logic was like, they still need to be better. If they're backups, they need to be better than the backups. And I was like, yeah, but chill out, you know.
It's like, all
Got a
these-
long
yeah.
season to go.
Yeah.
A lot of these dudes are, a lot of them are rookies, you know, like
Yeah.
it's still like there's a huge difference, I think, you know, from college football to NFL.
Yeah,
You know, so it's a lot of getting acclimated to it.
I don't know if you saw somebody tweeted that they're like, oh, these are backups or they're just trying to make the team. And then somebody was like, yeah, but they were all stars where they came from. The NFL is like all
True.
all-stars.
This is
You
true.
know, so like
Savage.
just to get to where they're at is hard.
Yeah, no, it's easy to have an opinion on an athlete when you're just sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Like those memes, the dude on the couch, like chips all around him, like, oh, he sucks and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's a critic.
Yeah.
It was like I could have thrown that 60-yard pass, fucking chip.
I mean, I'm pretty
I've
sure
done
we've
that a
seen it
couple
plenty
times.
of times. Somebody in the stands like, you know what? Toss me the goddamn.
Yeah. Put me in, coach.
Calm your ass down, Frank. Enjoy that beer before they cut us off.
Oh, good one, Bruce.
Oh, fuck, man.
Are you guys more like soccer fans or
I enjoy soccer a lot.
yeah, how do you feel about Messi coming over to
It's dope, bro. It's a very smart move, actually.
Yeah.
MLS is still like a super young league. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made, obviously, because it's United
great
States.
investment.
Yeah, they see it more as entertainment than a sport, so it's perfect. I think he'll have something of a similar effect that like David Beckham had
Oh, that's
when he
true,
came
yeah.
over, just on a bigger scale, because he's
Messi?
he's Messi. He's the
Yeah.
best of all time. Like, let's be honest.
Now you
Like,
got the European audience, like, you know,
And,
paying attention
yeah.
to the league.
and a lot of people
That's
say
true.
like, oh, it's a lot of old players about to retire, but still like
I mean, look how he's running.
they're yeah, dude. He's
circles
like
on them, bro.
he's like 36, and he doesn't do a lot, bro. He just knows like he's just like another level,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that's what happens when you're a veteran in the game, dude.
Mhm. Same with like Sergio Busquets. He also joined Inter Miami, but if you ever look at his if you ever see like his career, he was never like the fastest midfielder. He was super slow, but he just has like that vision and that knowledge of like where he's at on the field, so he knows how to like all right, you might be faster than him, but he has better placement of the spot. So I think Messi coming over and bringing a lot of these like European level skilled players is gonna help a lot. And I mean, you've already seen it.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna take time, man. It's just with the United States, it's a little bit different because their system is a little weird, and also soccer is not the main sport. So you have
Well, it is,
football.
but it isn't.
like worldwide, yeah.
yeah, worldwide. But
Yeah.
in the United States, is you got football, you got baseball, you got basketball, hockey. That's
Well,
4 sports
but
taking
that's
all the
all-
best
But
athletes.
that's on like the male athletic, because for females, I would argue that soccer is probably the #1 sport in the U.S.
I mean, they're better than
Yeah.
the men. So
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But no, for the men's definitely.
yeah, that's dope, man.
You like soccer?
I like it every 4 years.
Yeah, okay, World Cup.
Who do you root for, dude?
Mexico, bro,
Oh,
come
okay,
on.
okay.
Any
Got
like
you,
any
right?
Mexican club that you kind of like lean more towards?
My family's from Mexico City,
Okay.
so they're always going for like America. But I have family in Guadalajara, so they're Chivas. So it just depends on who I'm with. Like I want to be the opposite of them, just to annoy
Gotcha.
them, you know.
Damn, them reunions be lit.
Yeah, like I have a cousin who's an America fan, and his dad is Chivas, and it's like son and dad, you know, like
Yeah.
fucking beefing at the house and shit. And I'm just like in the background, like, yeah, yeah. I think I lean more to America
Okay.
just because they're the ones in Mexico. So
Yeah, man. I go for Cruz Azul. I don't really care for America, but they are a dope club. Like,
A lot of rich history.
mhm.
yeah. Cruz Azul won the last one, right?
Nah, they wanted
Or was that Pumas? I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
No, Pumas hasn't won it
No?
in,
It's
in
been
a
a minute,
while.
dude.
Yeah, I think the last one was Pachuca.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Pachuca. Cruz Azul won it like 4 years ago. somewhere around.
Because
there.
who was
it
the
was a
one to
crowd
beat
here, too.
Guadalajara last time? Because America was cheering them on, like all the America fans.
I think it was Atlas.
Oh, Atlas. That's right. Yeah.
Was it Atlas? No.
Was it?
I'm not really
Was
sure.
it? I thought it was
I
like a
think
blue
it
jersey.
could have been Atlas because
Because Atlas won twice in a row.
Oh, okay.
And they hadn't won and shit like in like 100
Ever.
something years. Yeah,
They were the Boston.
yeah, exactly. It's funny because Cruz Azul won it, and then Atlas won it, and everybody's like, "Oh, dude, the world's gonna end," because they both hadn't won a championship in like 20 plus years and shit.
That's crazy.
But now Cruz Azul sucks again because like any team, once you win the championship, your team gets dismantled by better clubs and shit, like and restart the process, and then the directives fucking suck ass and shit because corruption and shit. Damn. Fuck, now I'm mad, dog.
Nah, he's mad.
Yeah, no, soccer is a trippy sport, dude. I mean, we don't really cover it too much here in the podcast. We used to. I mean, that's kind of where the name really started for the Kick It. But it would be nice to start talking a little bit more soccer because the MLS, it's on the come up, dude. Like whether you like it or not, it's on the come up, man. It's starting to compete with the Saudi league and some of the European leagues, bro.
It's just on the money, man.
Yeah.
Like Messi, I think part of the reason was he gets to start his own club.
Oh,
once
shit.
once the contract is over, which is what they gave David Beckham, which is why he has Inter Miami. So I mean, he's probably gonna have his own club in the MLS after he's done.
Well, I think the MLS is expanding too. I mean, San Diego is starting to get a team now. Who knows what the hell they're called, but they're gonna have a team pretty soon.
They don't have a team name yet?
I don't think they have a team name just yet, but I mean, it's official. San Diego is going to get an MLS team.
Bro, I thought we always had one. I thought the San Diego Soccer was our MLS team.
No, that's I think that's more like indoor, right?
The Soccers, yeah, that's the indoor
And
that's
then
moving to Oceanside, and then you got the
San Diego Loyal, or no,
San
the
Diego
Loyal, which
the
is like
Loyal?
a lower division,
like second or third division.
but
like AAA ball or something.
Yeah,
basically.
okay.
But the only professional soccer that we have right now is the female league, which is the San Diego Wave.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Shout out to the ladies, man.
yeah, no,
There you
they're
go.
killing it, dude. They debuted one of the youngest players. I think she's like 16 years old right now, playing at a pro level. Like, man,
I mean, honestly, that's
nuts.
in almost every other part of the world. That's usually when the players start
Yeah.
debuting is 16, 17 years old. And I think that's one of the things that like fucks up Mexico and the United States is a lot of the players, like they're already pretty old when they debut. They're already like 22, 23. And those 4 or 5 years, just it makes a difference in the development, and it's crazy. That's probably one of the reasons that's, I mean, USA started doing that a lot more where they're like sending out their younger players to Europe and other teams and shit. It actually started with what's his name? Klinsmann, the German coach they had a couple of years back. I don't know. But
Yeah, and well, to finish off the soccer rant,
My bad.
no, that's
You're
all good.
good,
That's
dog.
perfect. That's what we want, right? Organic podcasting. I'm not sure if all you guys were aware, but for the World Cup Women's Tournament, I believe Spain ended up being the winner of the tournament.
Oh, they won? That's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah. U.S. got kicked out a little early on, but Spain women's team ended up becoming the world champs.
yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Shout out to them.
Apparently, shout out to Spain, dude. Apparently, like one of the players for Spain, apparently her dad had just passed away before the game, but they decided not to tell her
Oh, fuck.
until after. And it's funny because she scored a goal and she like lifted her shirt to celebrate because you know how sometimes
Oh,
that,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and
Was
it
it
was
that
a-
controversy because of the Adidas thing?
No. It was she wrote on it like saying giving her friend strength because her friend's mom or dad had just passed away as well.
Oh, fuck.
So then like she didn't know until after it, but she won the World Cup. So it's like
How would you feel if
Oh,
they did that
man.
shit? I don't know, man. That's weird.
I don't know, man. It's
Because like, who you gonna be mad at? Like the person who decided not to tell you? You know what I'm saying? Or
No,
like,
I think I'd much rather have the news after and just keep the focus 100% of the
Yeah.
game.
yeah, because it would definitely throw you off. Either it throws off the player or they leave the team to go be with the family.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, logically, like you would understand why, in the end, why you were told to the end. Like once, of
Yeah.
course, you get through the emotions.
yeah, but it's
You're
like
gonna be
you win,
pissed.
right? And she's like running down, takes off, like puts the shirt over, she's like sliding on the grass, and they're like, "Hey, chill out," because Pops. just
and
died.
right after she scored the goal,
She's
so like,
like,
hey,
Oh, I can't even celebrate with y'all, man. I gotta go.
No, I'll be.
It's like a
pissed, bro.
lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, it's either you tell me right before the game starts or at the end, but don't tell me in halftime.
yeah,
Oh
Alright,
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
no.
Unless
I mean-
they're up big, like 6-0. They're like,
Can I sub out? We're done. Like, But
I think we got it. You can take off now.
But you know,
Shit.
that's part of the things of being like professional athlete or in anything. You know, like you come to that point, it's like, fuck, you gotta do that sacrifice sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, same thing happened with Oswaldo Sanchez. His dad
yeah.
died like right before, was it the 2006 World Cup? But he still went to the tournament. You know, it's
They got that thing like, oh, doing it for pops or doing it for
Right.
my loved ones and shit.
Phones are going off, huh?
It sounds like we keep on getting a couple more comments. So everybody on the IG, we got you. Don't forget, we out here with Jonah from Barbershop Confidential, straight kicking it. You already know.
Right. Damn.
Yeah. So what's up with these comments though?
I don't know
Anything
what's up
else?
with these comments with
Yeah,
this.
It's
yeah,
chilling,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
it's
but-
chilling.
It's
Yeah.
calm. It's calm.
Yeah,
Today.
to Outlaw, thank you for the call, but we'll answer later.
Oh man. I mean, I don't know what to say to that, but what I could say is, what has been like your favorite places to shoot your photography at?
Ooh.
Because I know you're a photographer.
I like doing like city. Like I like buildings and
views.
shit. Yeah. So back to like the architecture thing.
Yeah.
Like I have an appreciation for like buildings and structures
Yeah.
and shit.
What
like
got
that.
you into that?
When I was in high school, my uncle he did like quinces and bodas and shit. And as like a little side job, he was like, "Come with me and I'll pay you and help me out."
Mhm.
I was like, "All right, cool." And then that got me into like photography. And then I'm always like taking pictures with my phone and shit. My girl, when they were at Costco, and she bought me like this camera kit, and I was like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh man!" So it kind of put me back into it. And then just from there, I just started falling in love with it again and shit. So I love taking pictures of like buildings, but like I like taking portraits of people and shit like that. I'm always trying to capture like a different angle and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. But like out and about, I don't probably like downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, just the scenic, anything scenic and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good
Has anybody asked you to take pictures of them?
yeah, I've done OnlyFans girls. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know, like you see how comfortable they are with like
Yeah.
being nude
You
and
know,
shit.
exposing like
Yeah, he's still
uh,
kind of like, oh shit,
expressing
alright.
themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're on the grind right there itself. you
Yeah,
know,
well, it's
they-
a job for them, dude. I mean,
Yeah, they gotta know what's sexy and what's the right content for like the
Correct.
clientele.
Yeah, and they're like trusting you to capture like the right look. And like I had a girl, she wanted to take some beach pictures, some nude ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Black Beach. Have you heard of Black Beach?
yeah, definitely.
It's like a hike to get to it. It's not like you pull up and there's like the Black Beaches right there. It's like you have to go down this like
Yeah, you gotta earn that shit.
yeah, you gotta go down like a steep because it's supposed to be like secluded, right?
Mhm.
So and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I was thinking more like the hike back up. I was like,
Yeah.
not with my camera equipment, I'm not doing that. And I was like, we can go to a normal beach, and she's like, yeah, I don't care. And so we posted up right there in La Jolla,
Oh, I know you don't care.
and she like just like stripped naked, and there was like families around, and she's just like, I don't care. I was like, you don't care. I don't give a fuck. Try to be, quick and discreet, like all the families walking by, like kids and shit. But yeah, I've done those, and I've done like other models, like in studios and bedroom scenes and shit like that. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm really into like the art part of it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I forget that it's like a half naked or naked girl in front of me and shit.
And it's like a flat rate that they go ahead and give you, right?
It depends on who they are and shit.
That
Yeah.
depends. Okay.
Yeah.
You might just take like certain like a certain like royalty or percentage off of that.
No. They get their images like
Okay.
shoot me what I ask for and that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I haven't really done like y'all shoot me because they probably like the ones that I've done are kind of like on the beginning stages of OnlyFans. So they're like popping models and shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For sure. I did not know that about you, my
yeah,
friend.
that's super cool. Dude. And so, how did you get into like architecture?
That's just something my dad always wanted me to go to school for my mom. And so because I like art, I used to do graffiti when I was in high school and shit like that. Just decided, architecture, might be cool. But then when I was in it, like I really didn't have the passion for it anymore. So I just dropped out. But
No, I feel it, dude. I mean, designing buildings, I think is where it's at. But once you like are actually like doing like the structural engineering and having to do the math and calculations, the cubic feet just to get that building up, yeah, dude, you have a hella loose interest.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, fuck all this. This is
Like I
boring.
probably want to just be like, let me just design it and y'all figure out the details.
Hey, can I just drive for you guys and then you guys
Just
handle that
duel
shit?
up real quick.
Yeah. Are you guys into like cars, like lowrider, or like just cars in general? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, 100%, dude.
I used to do auto body and paint,
Oh, nice.
and so people would assume like, oh, you like cars? Check out this engine. I was like, that's cool, but look at that paint job. You know, like I was always into like the art of it. Again,
Yeah.
like I was just like, that paint job is nasty.
Yeah, it's like being it's like either liking to rap or making beats. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
dope, but that beat is just like
Yeah, and like spraying a car, masking it, and all that shit, blocking it. That shit was just like kind of like therapy for me. It was
Mhm.
dope, man. I did that for a while. Yeah.
No, but I agree, man. I mean, just because you're a car guy doesn't mean that you're just all about the engine and like the auto mechanics. Because to be a car guy is I see it as like three different facets. You got like the guy that works in the engine and all the mechanics, the guy that works in the body, and then the dudes that does the interior and the sound. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody loves a little bit different
Mhm.
things for the cars. I mean, I'm with you, man. I like the exterior. If the body is badass, I could care less what's in the inside, but obviously
Yeah.
as long as it runs, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah, like I've gone out. I know you guys are a bit, but like a few years ago, they used to do this thing called La Vuelta in Logan down in San Diego. Like-
That's like right before it got banned, right?
Yeah, before it got banned, they would like do cruisings and like post up, and I got to go out there and shoot pictures of the vehicles and all that of the vehicles. That's like my work talk, cars and shit. And they banned it, but it was like super dope. You see all these lowriders, and
why they ban it?
I think it started getting rowdy. Like it grew like immediately. Like every next one was getting like packed, and they were blocking off the streets by parking their cars. And I think the city was just like, nah, y'all wilding and shit.
It getting too crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was like they took over Highland. You know, I don't know if you guys. Highland used to be is a street in National City that Sundays people would go and cruise their lowriders, and then they'd get rowdy because they'd be parking their cars on the street. And so the city stopped that. So now it's like you can't even cruise no more on Highland. Like it's illegal.
Damn.
So then they do that, and it's like, oh shit, we have a home again. Like let's go. So everybody was going there and shit. And then the same thing again. Like the city was like, nah, it's too much. Yeah.
Damn.
I think they just hating because they see like a bunch of brown people, and you know, there's people drinking, smoking. They're like, oh, it's gonna be for sure trouble.
I mean, especially if like you if they're offered like business, like things like that when it happens locally in your community is great, bro, because then you got people attracted around to your city limits. I mean, you got now customers for like other shops or restaurants that would not ever had the exposure or get blessed with like the different entities that could come from just having shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Just for and if there's an issue where it's like they if just taking the permitted paperwork cut to have things like that. If they have an issue with that, then yeah, of course it's personal.
You know
Fuck
how
all
the
that.
government is, bro. They
I
want
do.
they want their piece.
They want their cup, man, every
Yeah.
time.
They're like, oh y'all popping over there without nah. Y'all not taxing. You're not taxing you. Shut it down and shit like that. So.
Shit, I mean, for that, I'm always all like, man, I always like to know like how business is in all aspects, and when it comes down to like that, is like I'm glad to know when it's like that instead of like being stuck in the shadows. Is like, all right, let's move forward from this. Like, all right, what do you want? And you know what I want. Like, let's go ahead and meet a middle ground to this shit. You know? But communication is always key. But some people are just assholes and don't want to communicate.
No, true shit, Bruce. And yeah, it's unfortunate, man, because like it just seems like it's again targeted against the lowrider community, against the people who drive those cars. Like it seems a little unfair, and we've talked about it many times before in the podcast. It's like
Right.
it's like it feels like we're just being targeted, and there's no access for these spaces. But if they ask for it and they're like, oh, well, can we use your car? Can you bring it? Whatever.
You know,
But just stand over there so you're not in the picture.
They're like,
Yeah,
a little left,
Yeah,
a little more left.
Just all the way over there. Yeah. You know what, dude? Just go get some food. But you're good. Just,
Like,
just take some
Here's
pictures.
a little Uber.
Yeah.
Just come back in 20 or some shit.
I mean, when you think about the
Yeah.
West Coast, is like what brings up is like hip hop and dope whips. You know, Lolo's being the top
Yeah, man.
ones.
Yeah, but you know, they don't really mind that when the tourists are liking that. You're like, oh, look at that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just hate. And then, like you said,
Yeah.
like there's no middle ground because their middle ground is like it's not 50-50. They want like 70-30,
You know,
80-20, and then she's
Yeah.
like they toss you like the crumbs. Like there you go. And shit.
It's all a conspiracy, man.
that part.
that part.
It's all a setup for me to stay
to
down.
keep
and
us
shit.
down and shit. You know what I'm
To
saying?
stay brown and down.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what's a good setup? This moment right here, dude. It's a good setup to go ahead and take a break if you guys are down with that. Because I mean, this interview is. It feels like it's just getting started, honestly, man. So I think right now is probably the best part for a break. You guys all right with that? Lens, you all right with that? All right, he said yes. All right, well, with that said, guys, we will be back. But don't forget, we are still here hanging out with Jonah from the Barbershop Confidential. So stay tuned for the second half. It's only going to get better, man. But shout out to all the sponsors, of course, The Draft, Old School Saturdays, Urban Water. Damn, dude, I just kind of started blinking.
Fashion, women workout wear.
Full Metal Burgers. We say Old School Saturdays? You already said Old School
I did say
Saturdays.
Old School Saturdays. Street Knowledge Hydraulics.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, and be on the lookout. So speaking about Street Knowledge Hydraulics, one of the sponsors for our upcoming event on September 16th. We got the Lowrider pop
Ooh.
up coming up right there on CarQuest.
It's
You already
gonna be
know.
Mexican Independence Day. We're gonna be out in Vista. You already know CarQuest. It's gonna be fucking awesome, man. It's gonna be a great time.
You know, summer might have ended, but we still outside.
Yes, sir. So stay tuned. We'll be right with the second half of the interview. This is Kick It Podcast.
It's been a long day. Yeah. Had to take the thing the long way. Yeah. Make them hits like a bone tape. Yeah. Be with her, then she gon' say. Yeah. Kinda like, oh, summertime. Day goes
I'm all the truth, the drink of youth makes it easy for me to keep up with you. Our music's loud, we dance around, screaming out the songs till the lights give out. Jump up and down, we'll run around, skating in the town till the sun goes down. The love we found without a sound, bring back the energy when we all feel that too. All this love's for you. Yes, we all feel this way. Love is here to stay. When we all feel that too. All this love's for you. Yes, we all feel this way. Love is here to stay. Here to stay. Here to
And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. Yeah, hello, good morning. The rain can barely afford it. Be get pissed when I wake up. This so life is so fucking pointless. Feel with annoyance. Usage appointed. Feel the rigor mortis, the shortage. Digital avoidance, give a coordinates. The brain goes in the morning. Flip your portion. Try to make a fortune. Fuck her off. I'm trying to get my thoughts sorted. My life in order. Fuck the government supporter. Penny for your thoughts. I give you a quarter. The conduct of disorder. Disordered all over. The kamikaze. Rewind time. Talk to me wrong. Get bombed 7 times like Machiavelli the Don. I read the Bible and the Quran. And plenty of times I'm at one with myself. Bring a piece to my mental. We're working on my health. I hear the voices in my head. Will I live to tell? Who knows? Heaven to hell. Oh, everyone don't get burned. Trying to make the funds. In this life you only live once. It's cold, so go live in the run. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to rhymes that could just ease your mind through the night and day. In a merciless maze of telepath and tragic can't resuscitate all late. Just to say, contemplate the brain, contaminate, commentate, trying to contain whatever can be done. The thoughts just outrun everyone on the concept, just chalking designers. Fuck it, logical nonsense. Stop it, the sonics reclining while driving, cruising late and I will begging homage, reading, gaining knowledge. If you coming at me with some bullshit, you can stop it. Just a dilution process. Open the blinds to teach the cautious. Just be cautious how the brain reacts. Emotionally detached from everything. If you trying to stop me from getting cash, get the fuck up out my way. Yeah, let it ride out. Yeah, let it ride out. Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride. Yeah, come take a ride. Come take a ride. Yeah, what? Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. California roll through the stop sign to keep it nice. Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. California roll through the stop sign to keep it nice. Yeah, what? Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back from break. Thank you so much for sticking through to the messages. Don't forget, we're here with Jonah from Barbershop Confidential. And this is the second part, man. This is where it gets good.
Part dos.
Yeah, man. So how you enjoying it so far, man?
I'm cool, man. I like it. You guys are cool people, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Hope I'm not a disappointment and shit. You know?
Oh, no, not at all, dude. I mean, like we were saying, like your setup just looks so dope. The green background, but those clips, dude. The female ones are the ones that get me all the time, dude. Yeah, they say the wildest stuff.
I don't know. Like people ask me, like, where you meet these people? Instagram and shit. I literally like scroll and like see a profile and be like, she seems interesting.
Shit.
Hey, what's up? You want to come on the podcast?
You need a photographer for your OnlyFans. Oh man, but how does it? I mean, because you have a podcast, and how does it feel to be on the opposite side of it? You know, instead of doing the podcast yourself, being on someone else's podcast.
I enjoy it because I'm not doing the behind the scenes shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not setting up the camera. I don't have to worry about like breaking down when I'm done. It's just going like, you know, like it's like going to a party instead of hosting a party.
True.
It's like show up and be like, bye, have some beers and be like, all right, fellas, bye. You know?
No, 100.
It's not like they leave and then it's like, all right, time to
like,
pack all this shit up and shit.
Damn, that's a big ass mess over there. Shit, it ain't my party.
Wait, so do you have a team that helps you out with your show?
Now it's just me.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Damn.
I got press play, hit record, sit down, and then after they leave, I upload it to my hard drive, and then when I get a chance to start editing and shit. Yeah, so it's like a one-man mission and shit.
Damn.
Yeah. All the clips, all the posts, everything, just me, man.
What has been like one of like the difficulties you faced as you started the podcast?
Audio.
Yeah,
man. Like I had this Zoom recorder, and it was I think it was a 18 gigahertz or whatever. So it would pop if people would like laugh too loud, or sometimes it was like sound shitty. And I don't know anything about audio engineering, so I'm like, all right, how can I figure this out on my own? So I'm trying to like tweak the levels, and that was like the hard part at first, yeah. But then when you find like I would play with the tweaks and then take a screenshot of the setting and be like, all right, save that, and then do it again and be like, all right, save that one. And then I just be like, oh, I like this one better and shit. And so then I just use that one over and over.
How long do you think it took you to like kind of be able to grasp the audio part of it?
Probably like a year, man.
Yeah.
It's hard, you know, like especially if you don't know, like if you don't know shit. Like when the mics came in, the recorder came in, I was like, all right, cool. Now what? So it's like go on YouTube, you know, like how to, and then it's like slowly, and then you start getting better. That's how I was with my photography. Like my girl bought me the camera, but I learned with film, so digital is different. So it's just like just play with it until you get comfortable. Yeah.
No, we're with you, man. Especially with the audio, because of that. I mean, Bruce has laughed to try to get it on the microphone without peaking.
Yeah.
It was tough for the longest part, but I think Louis got it down at this point.
Yeah, Louis hates me for that.
I was like, dude, it's like, so one time I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do with Bruce, yo. His laugh is too loud, and if I tell him to step back, now you can't really hear him and shit. Like,
he's like, Bruce,
I tell him,
he's
too,
like,
like,
Bruce,
what do you
let
want
me
me to
talk
do,
to
Louis? You tell me laugh, don't laugh.
I don't know, man.
For the longest, he was like, he just didn't know.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you know, that's what happens when you don't go to school for that shit.
Yeah.
Just, like,
and I even tried to like, is there any audio engineers out here? But it's like, fuck, man, like I don't have a budget for that. Like, I'm already like putting all my money into this, and it's like there's no money coming in, so it's like, nah, I'd rather just
figure it out.
Yeah, like that's how I did with the video. I had hired a video guy. He produces podcasts, and I was like, yeah, yo, man, like, can you come and do, man? He did a great job. I was like, fuck. And then he's like, what's up? You want to keep doing it? I was like, yeah, I think I could do like once a month. But then I was like doing the math, like, if I just buy the camera, like a camera that can let me do this myself, I'm just gonna save a bunch of money in the long run and shit, instead of, you know, hiring them to do it every once a month and shit. So
right,
yeah, it's cool though. I love the process, you know, because it reminds you where you started from and shit.
Oh, gotta love the process.
Yeah, you gotta love the process. Whatever you do, whatever you're crafting and shit.
Dude, it's like I don't know if it's like a guy thing, but it's like building furniture up without the directions. Like getting, like I feel like getting frustrated and pissed off is part of that shit.
Yeah. And then
you're
you're like, you have extra pieces. You're like, I'm pretty sure they meant to send like extra screws.
They usually do. They usually do.
They give you extra ones.
was still one of my favorite parts, man. My homie was getting his light on his car worked on, and his cousin's like, "Oh yeah, I could do that shit." And then come back like an hour later, he's like, "Yeah, it's done, dude. You even have extra parts left over." Dog." And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's
Like,
supposed to.
What?
Yeah,
But
with
it
the car
works.
with the car is completely different. I don't think you want extra
Yeah,
parts.
ever.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Especially if it's like the engine and shit. You're like,
Yeah.
But with furniture,
I don't
it's
think you
alright.
need this as the fucking transmission.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, you just funny. I built a dresser for me and my girl, and it comes with like this little bar that goes down the middle so that like it doesn't cave in. I was like, we don't need them. And sure enough, all the fucking drawers caved in. I was like, fuck, man. If I'd have just looked at the instructions and shit, because she was like, "What's this for?" I was like, they send extra shit, babe. We don't get. We don't need that.
But that's the only one.
I was like, nah, we'd be alright. Yeah. Follow the instructions.
Yeah, man.
Put your ego to the side for once.
The first thing that pops up in my head when we just talked about that is Homer Simpson's with the backyard grill.
He's just running straight ahead and charging.
Fucking up on the cement. He's like, "Does that look gorgeous? Why does mine look like that?"
Yeah, it's just crazy how the Simpsons like their episodes would be kind of relevant
Yeah.
to like modern day shit.
Yeah.
And there's like, are we in a simulation?
In the Matrix.
I
Matrix?
don't know, man. I mean, how long have they been doing that shit for? Like what? Like
For a while,
like 40 years now, I
yeah.
think.
The
Like
Simpsons, yeah, they've been going at it for a long time.
you're gonna get some shit right, you know?
Yeah, you're
And-
right. You're right. You got that.
And then they're the first. I think they were like one of the first cartoons or shows to like actually bring like modern, like current stuff into the
current
into the
events
show.
and shit. Yeah.
That's where you get. That's why you got shows like Family Guy and South Park, where a lot of it is based around what's going on right now. But man, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't
Sometimes,
be surprised, dude.
Sometimes I sit there and I was like, if this is a simulation, whoever's my user, bro, do better, bro.
Get the one plus.
Get some
level up.
fucking spend some of your parents' money on me, bro. Like,
Stop playing this shit on the fucking highest difficulty, bro. Go tutorial, bro. Make it easy on both of us. We both enjoy
please,
it, man.
man. Get the hang of it first, man. The fuck? 'Cause life be lifing sometimes, man.
Life be life, bro. Sometimes the graphics suck. The respawn time just sucks sometimes. There's some glitches every now and then.
Shit.
It's too pixelated.
You guys get into like conspiracies and shit like that?
Yeah.
That's our
What's one of your
language.
favorite ones, dog?
Right now, bro, like the pyramids, like civilization before.
Ooh, yeah,
Okay.
I've been hearing that apparently the pyramids came from even way before ancient Egypt.
Yeah. And so then you start like fucking doing that like hits blunt type shit. You're like, what if we're aliens? Like what
Yeah,
if we came and eliminated whatever was here? And it's like, nah, this is our shit now.
Yeah.
Wait, so bring me back to that whole pyramid thing. So what do you mean? Is it like, because I've seen a couple of pictures where the pyramids look like the top is just whatever's like surface level, but
Yeah, it's like
it
deep
keeps
down.
extending down.
Mhm.
Well, it's like if you look up pictures of how they found the pyramids originally, it was just like grassy fields or like sand, and it was only like a little bit, or just the shape of it until they dug it up. And and some of them they can't. I mean, to this day they don't know how they did it, right? So it's just like there was a whole nother like high level functioning civilization before us that we can't even figure out what they were doing with like basic tools, what we think is basic tools and shit. So you start to think like, damn, what if we like wiped out like an intelligent civilization and we're like, and then that's when I was like, are we aliens? Like, did we come from another planet?
I mean, it would. Yeah, I think so.
It'll go
They're
down.
gonna,
like that,
you're
huh?
fucking- they're gonna be
Down
like, yo, this
that.
guy's high.
Hey, what are those people called? The lizard people? Or,
Lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what they
The
are?
There's,
skinwalkers
like,
and
different
shit.
species of
Yeah.
them and
Okay.
shit, yeah.
The shapeshifters type of thing.
Yeah,
You can say
I
that
forgot
too.
where I was going with this, but
It's just like it's
no,
just,
reptilians, dude.
it's just like the coincidences are crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like the different places in the world where there's pyramids and they're all kind of similar. but they're so far away from each
Mhm.
other. It's like there's no way they communicated.
Yeah,
that
like the
shit.
pyramids in Mexico.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's no way. How the fuck? Nobody sent a letter like, yo,
Yeah, especially
that's how you build it. Here's your instructions from IKEA. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
some of the hieroglyphics are kind of similar.
Yeah,
You guys think the pyramids came with instructions too?
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, no, but back to the lizard people, dude.
Yeah. The
I-
hieroglyphs.
no, I had read a story about one of these miners from the LA area that was digging out some shit over there in LA, and he dug so far down that he ended up running into a city of reptilians.
Oh shit.
And I think
heard
that's
about that.
yeah, and I think that's how it came about that all the reptilian people were living underground. And I mean, maybe they were living in Egypt, dude. They were probably underground over there. You know, these reptilian fucking guys,
Dude, what if like through the center, like core of like Earth and shit? That's where they have all their tunnels and stuff.
right?
So
Well,
they're
that's-
able to like go to
They're just
like
laying
to,
low
like,
and shit?
Yeah.
Well, that's what-
Damn. So the Mario movie is probably true then. That's like
The first one or the new one?
Oh, well, you know, because you go through the pipes and
Oh,
like,
oh,
it
I
takes you
just-
some other
You're
places.
talking about the game, my man.
Well, yeah. Well, there's even like a book about like the author wrote how his experience was to the center of the earth.
Oh
And it
yeah,
was-
that
remember
part.
that? Yeah. And it did include some shit like that as well. Also
Yeah.
included dinosaurs too.
I think that's why you can't go to
Crazy.
Antarctica, right? Because that's like
Yeah.
the entrance to the center of the world.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they say
shit.
like people not to go far into Antarctica, or they don't want us to go as far into Antarctica just because of all the shit over there. I mean, if you think about it, like
That's
World War
crazy.
II, the Nazis will go ahead and like do their bases over there in Antarctica.
Yeah. I mean, apparently it's like super cold down there. You can't like reach them center, but they probably did, man.
Who knows, man?
Like Atlantis. What if you guys think Atlantis was real?
Hell yeah, and it's in the Caribbean actually. It's like near Puerto Rico by the Bermuda Triangle.
True. Oh shit.
That's crazy because you think, you know how like most of the water is gone now, like over the years it's gone
Mhm.
down, and that shit's still underwater. Like, was there a time when it rose and then it's starting to come back down or some shit? You know, it's like
Ooh.
all these like unknowns, and it's like pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's like or the fact that we can't get to the bottom of the fucking ocean yet.
Yeah, they don't know the real shit that's down there yet. Then you got
Wow.
dummies who want to build little tin cans and dive.
Damn. Is it too soon? No, no.
Nah,
I
nah.
think we're past that. Okay.
Oh, to make fun of them?
You can make fun of them.
Yeah,
No,
they were
you can-
making fun of
you-
them wild.
Yeah, no, you can make fun of them because this fool completely like disobeyed all like the advice and shit. They told him not to go down there, and he still went.
Yeah,
And he took his kid with
he's
him.
free game. and shit.
Yeah, free game, dog.
Yeah.
There's like a certain level of like stupidity where I feel like it's like free game. Like,
It's funny how like when the rich die, we're like, oh well. But if it was like somebody like bored, we'd be like, oh shit, go fund me justice for it.
no, George Lopez. Hey, we got a couple comments up here real quick.
Okay.
We have Valeria tuning in saying, I was about to ask if you knew about Cam Barber, but he's not a barber. And these are comments from earlier. Good thing with the Kick It Labs, they just kick it. Man, you already know. And Bruce is always looking weird. Or awkward.
Oh, that was from the
Looks
first half.
awkward.
dude.
Yeah.
Said, I'm going to be ordering my shirt at the end of the month. Appreciate you. Hit us up.
I feel old as fuck.
Alan said-
Same, bro.
Feel old as fuck. Yeah, dude. Work got me walking like a 90-year-old.
Damn, Alan.
My
Got you
voice
like
sound.
that.
Get some insoles for your shoes, bro.
Yeah, man. Those will come in handy. My voice sounds like someone is choking me to death.
If you like choking, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm fat and proud. I don't give a fuck.
Yes,
Give
sir.
me my motherfucking cinnamon roll.
Give me my motherfucking cinnamon roll.
Shout out to Alan.
Frosting on that bitch.
And Valeria saying, seen that comedian or whoever said it, they don't question the pyramids in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
I think it was
Andrew
it?
Schultz.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz.
Yeah,
That dude has a dope podcast, dude. I listen to
yeah
that
the
shit.
flagrant.
Yeah,
Flagrant
do you
too.
listen to any podcasts?
Yeah, I listen to Joe Budden.
Okay.
Fuck, bro. Ginger whiskey.
Oh yeah,
ginger.
with, Andrew Santino.
And Santino, yeah. Bobby Lee's podcast. I listen to that one.
That fool's funny.
Joe Rogan, of course. You know, what I mean, I feel like everybody listens to his. And then I listen to like a lot of the local. Like I listen to y'all's because I drive all day.
Mhm.
So sometimes like I'm tired of hearing like the you know like the famous ones. So I'll kick in like the local ones and see what's going on and shit. I just like listening to the conversations.
man.
It's funny because I used to make fun of my dad for listening to like talk radio when he'd take me to school. I'd be like, "Yo, this is lame, bro." And now I'm driving around like, "Yeah, that's right." You tell him. Because you know you get into like the conversation they're having. You're like, "Oh, nah, you stupid." Nah,
Dude,
like,
but some of
full
those talk
circle.
shows, back in the day were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Hey, who do you want to send these flowers to?" or
Oh,
something like
the-
that.
Chocolatazo, bro.
The War of the Roses, yeah.
Ooh,
Hits.
fuck.
Did you ever think like, "Oh, I hope they do that to me one day. I'm just gonna send them to my mom."
But do you guys think that's maybe staged? They
Oh,
already
no,
have
it's fake.
actors?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fake.
right.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
fake.
think
Yeah,
so,
it's
bro. But it's hella entertaining.
You know, is Z90 the San Diego station? I know the DJ, one of the DJs there, and the homegirl was like dating him, and she's like, "Oh, it's just fake." He would call me to be like, "Hey, call in right now, and you're gonna win some tickets or some shit." So it was all like staged and shit. Nobody ever
Damn.
randomly won and shit.
That
Damn.
upsets me a little bit.
A little
bro.
bit, huh? Because you'd call in, it's
Yeah.
like, "Beep, beep, beep,
I was
beep."
hyped off those stories, as a kid going into school, I was like, yeah. Hearing the fuckery already at about 7:56 in the morning.
Nice and early and shit.
Sun cracking, the birds are chirping and shit, and I just got my ass whooped out of bed.
It was like the early to late '90s, so we had the bowl cuts.
Yeah.
I had whatever haircut my
bald
mom gave me, man.
That was the bowl cuts, man.
Or I would get the bald head.
The pelon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one when I was like 3 or 4 years old with a fucking mullet, dog.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nah, you was ahead of your time, bro.
There were somewhere at my mom's house. I got to look for them.
Someone had the right idea.
Can't believe mullets made a comeback, yo.
Yeah.
They're not that bad, bro.
Right now you're like, it's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
You styling it different, Yeah, that's cool. I thought about growing it, but like that awkward stage of like hair
Yeah.
growth is like, nah, I'm straight. I used to have long hair and then when I cut it, I was like, oh, this is
Much
life.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get out of bed and let's go and shit.
So I feel right now, bro. I just cut my hair like a month ago. Bro.
Oh no! Oh, you had long hair?
Yeah, it was like had grown out for like 3 years, I think.
Oh shit! You have long hair, right?
It was
Yeah,
pretty long.
this is just the top.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I cut the sides.
Oh, that's what's up.
And it feels dope, bro. It
To
feels
not have it?
amazing. Yeah. Feels good.
You don't miss it ever, like the little. flip
No,
of the
but I
hair
still
and
have
shit?
like those motions.
Oh, like
They're
reflexes.
I'm like the hair, like now if like it drips down, I'm just like trying to pull it back. I was like, I can't do shit about it. Like, or like fuck, and then I just try to grab like when you're stressed and shit, and there's like nothing there.
No
I'm just
hair.
Like, oh man.
Was it like just something you wanted to do?
It was just on the whim, bro. I like when I grow my hair out or keep it short, I don't really like plan for it and shit. Like
Okay.
I'm not gonna go to the barber like every 2 weeks and shit, But yeah, no, it was just funny because it was my birthday. I wanted to donate it at first, but I
shit.
couldn't donate it because it wasn't long enough, like evenly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I had, I was getting fades on the side. But I was like, fuck it, I'm already here. Just cut it.
Shit. I cut mine off a bet.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What was the bet?
Because I'm a Niner fan and my homie's a Charger
The
fan.
classic.
And he was like, whichever team does worse has to get a haircut. The original bet was I had to get his haircut. And he has like a 1 with a skin fade.
Yeah.
And I had long hair, and if he would have lost, he had to have grown his hair for like a month or 2 or something, which
shit.
to him would drive him crazy because he's a weekly guy. Like,
Yeah.
he gets cuts weekly. So, but I lost, and then I was like, well, fuck it.
just
And then I do it now. I thank him. Like, I appreciate losing that bet, man.
Wait, so what season was this?
This was a while ago, like 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Something like that.
I think that's like when the Chargers probably had just moved to LA, right?
Before.
Oh, right.
They were still
before,
San
okay.
Diego. Yeah. They're still San Diego. How long have they been gone for? Like that long?
Yeah, like about 5-6 years.
Oh, maybe
Hey,
longer
RM,
then.
tune in, dude. Let me know.
Let us know when it was the last time we did a bonfire all together. That
Yeah,
shit was
yeah.
brutal, bro.
Yeah, it was messed up what they did, man.
I like what? Cabello, his haircut. Who's Caballo?
Caballo. He was actually one of the guys I started the podcast with when it was soccer.
Oh,
It was
okay.
one of my soccer homies. We call him Caballo because he used to have a mullet, and him and his whole family. They're all big motherfuckers. So like, you see that for running at you during soccer, bro. It's pretty fucking
Pretty
scary, dog.
intimidating,
Yeah. But like when he was stopping you, it sounded like a horse and shit. So like with the mullet and Caballo, they just stuck the fucking.
That's dope.
Man.
Fucking Mexicans and their nicknames and shit, bro.
Dude, I've never understood that. Like, why is like Francisco Paco. Y is like
Pancho.
Paco,
it's
Paco
both.
too.
What?
There's
Tell
both.
you-
It's like Luis. There's Huicho. I don't know where the fuck that came from. like Eduardo Lalo. That
Yeah.
doesn't make no sense.
None at all.
Jesus Chuy. Like
Jose is like Pedro. Or, no,
it's
Jose
almost
is
a whole
like,
different name.
oh damn.
Um,
Trying to think of my uncle's names.
Pepe.
Pepe. That's what it
Pepe,
is.
yeah.
Pepe.
For
Like, what?
Jose?
Yeah, Jose's Pepe. Yeah, that's crazy. I like the other ones too. Like I saw this. I don't know if it was a video on Instagram. They're like, oh, this is el Simba. They're like, ¿por qué le dicen Simba? His dad died.
Oh, damn.
I think it was like lo mataron al papá, and I was like, oh shit.
God damn.
One of my cousins, they call him Bam Bam, you know, from Flintstones. And I was like, hey, what are you using? He's like, guys, bro, I used to like walk around and hit shit all the time. I was like, chismadroso.
Yeah, I was like one of my cousins, like his nickname is Brincos, and it's like, why? Because like when he was a kid and he was on the set, he just always be like,
Then you got like the traditional one, they're like, ah, gordo,
Yeah.
flaco, and shit.
Güero.
El negro and shit. Yeah, I love
Chaparra.
Chaparra. Yeah. I like all those names and shit. I just think it's funny, like they'll pick one thing and they're like, that's your name for the rest of your existence and
Damn,
shit.
That's how nicknames work. You know, like
Yeah.
you don't get to choose your own nickname. They're given to you.
Yeah.
They're bestowed upon you by your people.
And I love that the Mexican culture is like insulting. So like builds character. You're like, you go through like middle school and high school, they're calling you names like, okay, my
Yeah,
family
no,
calls me that.
that's definitely like a Mexican characteristic. Like
Yeah. Bullying.
a little bit of slight roasting all the time. So if some
Yeah.
shit happens, you just like laugh. You're like whatever.
Builds character.
I remember one
Yeah.
time I asked my mom, I was like, hey, me veo gordo en esta playera. And she's like, pues estás gordo. I was like, thank you, mom.
No filter.
Nah, my mom got none, dude. She was like, I remember this. I'll never forget this. I had a friend come over and she was wearing like little shorts and heels. And my mom opens the door and she's like, are you hooking now? Like in Spanish, she's like, ¿Eres prostituta? And she was like, what? And I was like, damn, mom. She's like, well, you're dressed like a hooker. And I was like, mom, chill.
Damn, she a real one.
It's just dope, dude. Like when you go to like a family party and you know you see like the la señoras with the kids, you know, taking care of the kids, and then you see that circle over there with the uncles and the cousins and shit. You just hear a lot of laughing. You're like, fuck, there it is. There's a shit talking right there.
Yeah.
You go in there 1 second and already talking shit.
Yeah, you definitely got to learn how to defend yourself in
Yeah.
those situations and shit.
Wow, that's just wild.
You guys all speak Spanish?
Yeah,
Uh,
well, Bruce can't really speak
Uh,
Spanish,
still is Portuguese.
but he does understand a lot of
Yes.
Spanish.
We do have a couple comments up here real quick. Let me run through them on IG.
Let's run.
We have Mikey Photography saying, yeah, never used it, but my first camera was T6i.
Okay.
It's a Canon, right?
Canon, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fairly new.
Hey, 90s tuning in. What's up, man? Saying that's right, fam.
90s.
What's up, 90s?
Says he appreciates the love and shout out to the homies at Kick It Labs and Barbershop Confidential. You got Lance saying 90s in the building. Bam.
There you go.
And 90s also saying reptilians. My uncle built that pyramid.
Hey, I need him to do my backyard real quick. Tell him to tap in.
Shout out to the Big Umbrella podcast saying that
Oh,
laugh is
yeah.
wild as fuck.
Wait, you talking about you guys?
What's
I
up,
don't know.
Pancho?
Hey, over here we have on YouTube we have Alan saying Victor was trying so hard not to laugh.
Hey, you gotta rewind me back, dude, because I can't recall that section.
And then 90s over here saying I wish I grew hair.
We're over here with the luxury of cutting it off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, no.
It's all love. It's all love.
It's all good. It's just like, goddamn.
Pelon, that's another one. That's another
Pelon,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
That one's rough, huh?
That one is tough.
If they nickname you Pelon like at 20, you're like, damn.
Fuck.
They just spoke that shit into existence.
You already feel like the line
Yeah.
receding. Starts off a little bald spot just right here, like in the back corner.
I remember my
rough.
cousin, he's Pelon and shit, but when he was younger, he had like long, luxurious fucking hair. And I was like, that dude got cool ass hair. And now he's like bald as shit. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
It be like that. And his brother has like a full head of hair. I know he hates his brother.
I think about it.
I know he hates his
Just
brother.
over here, just fucking brushing his hair right
In front of him.
Shit.
He's like, you need it? Oh, you don't need it.
You sure? I'm about to cut it up, bro. You sure you don't want to wait, bro? I don't want it to go to waste. You know?
For Christmas, gives him the little weave and shit. I love you, bro.
What happened to your hair? This is your pillow now.
I love it.
That's been a great podcast so far,
Toss
man.
hair gel with that.
And that's how that fool got the nickname El Pelucas.
Yeah, to everybody still tapping in, man. Don't forget we're here with Jonah from Barbershop Confidential and Straight Kicking, man. It's been a great episode. And to everybody on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you made it this far. Much appreciated.
My bad. I can't
His laugh, bro.
Hey, we got a big umbrella podcast saying like, bro, your laugh sounds fake. Like it's identical every single time. Dude.
It's actually an audio clip. It's not really
It's,
laughing.
Yeah, dude. It's a trademark.
He's doing live lip syncing right now.
Yeah.
Like, watch.
Honestly, I have people tripping out when they actually do. They hear it live. They're like, "It is real." I've heard that shit say like 3 times at least in my ear in front of me. I'm like, "What the fuck?" You
In
mean
your
it's
ear,
real?"
dog?
Like,
He's all whispering.
I can hear it. You know, I can hear what they said.
Your laugh is real.
Exactly. Fucking-
It honestly sounds like from a movie character type laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yes.
something like that. You
Great
know what I'm saying?
movie.
Like the casting director was like, that fucking laugh. I need that laugh in the movie.
I don't mind being extra for the laugh. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna put that out there.
Hey, if you guys want to make a Dazed and Confused remake, hire us. Hire
Oh,
us.
for sure.
At Kick a
all
Laugh.
right.
Get
all
Bruce.
right.
They're like, give dude the nickname Goofy because of his laugh.
Oh, it's foul, bro.
Oh, shit.
Y'all being rude.
Damn.
Brewski.
Brewski.
I have many people try to give me a lot of nicknames in my past.
Yeah.
Smiley be one of them.
Smiley?
Yeah.
You smile a lot?
Smile a
Yeah.
lot, yeah. Or I got a fat
That's-
ass smile when I do.
Okay.
Everybody picture that. A fat ass smile. That's
Yeah.
Bruce.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every time I see a girl with like a big mouth, I'll be like, si le cabe.
Dos, tres.
That's good.
Si le entra. Con todo y huevos.
And we did it. We broke Bruce.
It took us an hour 26.
I swear, like the laugh is like not like your vibe of like enjoying your laugh is contagious, bro. This is
I know.
that's the best part. Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I kind of like just let go of it because I'm also like enjoying hearing myself laugh too. I'm just like, fuck, there I go again. And then everyone else is enjoying laughing. I'm laughing because they're laughing. Now it's just build up to the whole thing. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, but you kind of dictate like the vibe, you know what I mean? Like the mood with your laughter is just like you can't even be mad when you're laughing, bro. It's like a good time and shit.
Oh, okay, you know what I would put is laughing similar as did you guys ever watch Otro Rollo? on
Yeah.
Channel 12?
Oh,
Yeah.
digo yo.
Digo yo. But there was a dude Mauricio.
Oh,
he
yeah,
used
yeah.
to chill on the side and like every time like I would his monologue and shit, you just hear his laugh like ha. That's what I would put Bruce's laugh like on that level right there. It's like you know who that laugh is.
Bruce and Lynn's laugh.
Podcast legends right here.
This is 90s.
This is
Hey,
90s.
shout
There you
out.
go.
There
Shout out
it
to
is.
Anthony. Hell yeah.
Uh,
That's sick though. You do got the 90s hat right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Like
it's clean, dude. Super
anybody
clean.
see the hat that the homie has right there as part of 90s brand, go ahead and hit him up and get your gear.
yes,
Tap
sir.
in.
Use code Kick It Podcast for a regular price. So
But if you act now, you get one for the price of two.
I got one. I got one better. Dot. Use the code. I'm not a barber.
no estén chingando.
It's a confidential code.
Aquí no los pelamos, you know, like
Oh shit, my bad. Though.
Nah,
Yeah,
for real though.
I hope you've had a good time over here.
I did, bro. I hope you guys need all your other podcasters tap in with the Kick It podcast. Come chill with them and shit. I know y'all smoke, I don't, so y'all can partake and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's especially a Big Umbrella podcast that we're gonna be laughing a lot, especially smoking.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
yeah, I
yeah.
recommend it every time.
And
Every
Lance
time.
is saying, tell him about the time we broke Bruce. That was like about 10 minutes ago.
Mhm.
Oh,
And if you haven't checked that out, just rewind back on this episode and you'll find out.
Now, what was I don't remember the other episode, but
it was the other.
That was the
episode,
first one.
That was with. Fuck, that was like 5 episodes or 6 episodes.
It was
ago,
like
right?
like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
what was it, Lance?
No, with the city
Oh,
council
yeah, it
member,
was
yeah.
a
Oh,
Karina.
yeah, we had Miss
Yeah, with
Contreras
Karina,
on.
yeah, that was a fun one.
I remember.
I remember.
It was at the
Thank you for that detail, Lens.
it was at the beginning of the second half, I believe.
Yeah, it was
Beginning
during
of the
break.
second half. Yep.
I've been
And
meaning
then-
to ask you, bro. Sorry, not to interrupt.
No,
you
you're
guys.
good. You're good.
The ace, obviously for like an ace up your sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Can you elaborate?
I
Without, if you don't
don't-
want to, it's fine. I'm
I
just
don't have
asking.
one metaphorically, so I got
Oh,
one
okay.
literally.
Ah, I got you.
And then the Joker's because I like to clown around.
Oh, that's
fuck
what's
around.
up. Yeah.
Joker with an ace up his sleeve.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Because I've thought about getting that like an ace up my sleeve.
Yeah.
Because I'm always I live by the el que no tranza no avanza.
Yeah.
So
Okay. No, it's true, man.
yeah,
Damn, you really hit him with that question, huh?
my bad, bro.
No,
I was just
you
curious
got it.
because I saw it. I was
Hey,
like, that's
perfect.
interesting.
It's all good, man.
Look, 'cause that basically just describes how Louis is as a person altogether.
He has an ace up his sleeve. That's what's up.
You
My
know-
kind of people.
Yeah.
No, like what he like how he worded is like, well, metaphorically on God.
Oh, I got you.
one physically. I'm like,
Hey,
God damn,
Yeah,
Louis.
he's clutch, man. He's clutch.
It's all like, fuck, Louis.
I got one even when I don't. That is my favorite. When we're playing cards, like Ace of Spades, like ha, but no one laughs and shit. But
He is a killer at
it's
poker,
funny.
though.
Oh,
The
yeah?
times that we've had poker nights, because we have actually done a couple of poker nights like before. It
And we're
was
planning
lit.
on doing another one, man. So
Do you play Texas?
Texas
Yeah.
Hold'em.
Texas
So
Hold'em,
we're gonna hit you up, man.
Hit
We're
me
gonna
up,
do
bro. To
some
come take your
big.
money on. I'm with that.
Oh,
All
vice
right,
versa,
all right.
dog.
Take the
Yeah, I
confidence.
bet.
I want to lose some money on bones too. Let me know. I'll come up here.
Ooh, the house-
Hey,
the
hey,
house of
hey,
course
hey,
will
Lance, you
fry.
hear that? You down? All right. Hey, but we do
Fucking-
have one more
I'm
comment
gonna
that
whip
came in
that ass
through over there,
Monopoly, dog.
coming via YouTube and who's it by?
90s.
Anthony.
Oh,
That was
gotcha.
76, so
90s.
Shout out
Hey.
to the homies Kick It
Yes,
Podcast
sir.
and Barbershop
I was actually gonna hit
Confidential,
you up today. I
yo.
was gonna see if you had like a black one on you. I was like, maybe I'll rock the black one and shit, something different.
Oh, okay.
How'd you cross paths with 90s?
Through this girl named Gamlin.
Okay.
She was on the podcast,
Gotcha.
and I used to. Well, I do. I'll be like, yo, can I use one of your pictures for the cover? And there was one she was wearing like a '90s shirt. And I was like, oh, who's this? And then I saw it. I was like, oh, this is fresh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucking dope.
that's how. Through
That's
Instagram, you know.
Yeah, through IG.
Then I came up here because, like I said, I was working up here, and I met him up in. I think I met him in Vista or San Marcos for that and shit. I think I know it's Vista. Yeah, Vista.
Yeah. Seems about right.
Yeah.
A Big Brother podcast saying y'all have someone off camera that looks info up.
Yeah.
Yes.
What info would you like us to look up? Shout out to Big Rube and Galindo's Bikes and Parts for tuning in.
Hell yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah. shout
That's
out to
Big
everybody.
Umbrella with 2 G's. Let me repeat
Mhm.
that. Big Umbrella with 2 G's. That's his intro. No.
That's dope. I like that shit, man.
Shout out to Pancho.
Shout out.
Damn, you still going on with that session?
And that
huh?
babe, huh?
This shit tastes fucking delicious, bro.
Is it weed?
Mhm.
Okay.
What do you guys say?
I think yeah, I think we can spark it up, man.
I think spark it
A
up.
little bit of
man.
hesitation in you right there,
Yeah,
man.
well, I mean, that's because I could already feel where our episode's going, but I'm still down to continue to smoke weed.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yes.
It's a mixture of both.
So one thing like you can say is not a conspiracy is like Nazi officials from World War II escaped out to South America.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
and also the government spent a shitload of ton of money to actually find where Hitler was. Like, you know, they said like the skull and the story and all that, but well, why the fuck were they spending money to find Hitler? You know. But then of course you also have like somewhere in South America, like in the mountains and shit. It's like German names, German last names in that, and there's like generations formed in like towns of that shit, dog. It's fucking nuts.
It's a lot of it is in Argentina too.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of Germans went. That's why you do have a lot of those like.
They even some they speak German too and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the housing being built as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah, 90s are you're saying they're all in Argentina. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
I can't remember. I saw like a documentary on either Netflix or whatever, but they ended up finding like direct like relatives of, I think it was Hitler, man. Like it was these two dudes and they didn't want to be found, but they ended up finding them. They didn't want to be on camera or some shit like that.
No, I remember.
Was it? I don't even know if it was Hitler. It was somebody like that though. Like somebody.
One of those top dudes. And
yeah,
shit.
somebody who did some fucked up shit or whatever.
I remember reading, I guess, like Hitler's family, or like, you know, people that were related to him, they all changed their like last name because of him and shit. They're like,
I think it was
we want nothing to do with this shit, dude. And then they all changed their last name. They're like, we're just gonna let that shit die off by, you know, its own and shit.
Yeah, I had a guess. He said he compared his son to Hitler. And I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Wait, your guest while on your show?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
tough.
I mean, he had like a reason why, but like when you hear that, you're like, what the? Like, you got nobody else to compare your son to? Hitler was your go-to. He was just saying that his son has a habit of like leading other kids to do dumb shit. And I was like, all right.
Okay.
I still think there was a better example than Hitler and shit.
Like you see like someone as a leader and you describe that person, it's like, fuck. I mean, not far
like to
off
that
the
level,
point,
yo.
but that's,
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's like other, you know, levels of type of people you can probably compare it to.
A lot. Yeah.
Sense of humor be on fleek then, bro. It's a twisted sense of humor.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah.
You know, you read those words right out of my mouth because I was just straight smoking.
I'm here for it.
We have Big and Brother podcast saying, y'all flat earth or round earth, motherfuckers?
Round.
I go around.
Was there a flat earther in here? Are you a flat earther?
No.
I haven't got my mind changed at all. Like,
You know what? It's been a while since I've gone into like the whole flat earth conspiracy. And I could see some valid points in that, but no, bro, you're kind of dumb. It's round. I mean,
if you want to give me the argument that we never went to the moon, okay. But if you're gonna sit there and tell me the Earth is flat, like, bro, now you pushing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I could say that we've been to the moon, but have we really like taken like video footage and released it to the public, you know?
Maybe they went but just didn't hit record,
or they saw some shit that they realized they can't show.
Yeah.
Man, we've talked about the moon in a whole lot of episodes before, and I'm telling you, there's a base already in the moon, dude. That's why we don't need to go back, because there's already people up in the moon.
Yeah.
So now that's a conspiracy.
But I hope we go back to the moon, man, and we kind of like Futurama, dude. Going back to the Simpsons, maybe there's already like a theme park and shit up there that we can go and visit. That'd be sick.
The space Disneyland.
Let me know when Spirit takes a flight out. Guys, that economy flight.
Well, that guy from Virgin Mobile. I mean, he's one of the guys that are trying to get us to be able to hit like that part of the atmosphere when you start going into space. Same with Jeff Bezos. I think he's part of some of that type of research.
Is he? I thought it was Musk. Elon Musk?
Yeah, it's Elon Musk. Bezos is the dude from Amazon.
Yeah, SpaceX is like a whole different thing because they're trying to go to fucking Mars.
Oh. So I'm saying, bro, we're trying to go back to our homeland. It's not our homeland.
It might be, bro.
Damn,
Shit.
we gone back to that.
We're the aliens.
Like every different races like came from different planets.
That'd be crazy.
Kind of like that South Park
South
episode.
Park
Wow.
And we're just a reality show.
That would be wild, man.
Wouldn't surprise me at this point. I mean, shit, we
the
kind
Truman
of
Show.
sense,
The
yeah.
Truman Show.
Oh fuck. After that's the movie that like really fucked me up. I was like, fuck, his whole life was a show. Like, what if this is a show?
It's like, you know, things work out just too much than they should, or it plays out just right.
Yeah, man. There's just too much information now. It's like very hard to like hide this type of shit. You know, if it is indeed happening.
That's why I stopped believing in Bigfoot. Like by this time, we ain't got no real footage with all these like technology and cameraing. Like we can't get a good 4K video of the Bigfoot. You know what I mean? but we can catch everybody's man cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and we see aliens now. We still
Yeah.
can't see fucking Bigfoot. I
even
think
then,
you're
like,
right.
we really don't got no 4K on that. Everybody who records it happen to has a fucking Samsung fucking. Okay. They got the fucking Razor,
Shaky
the
ass,
Motorola Razor. All of a sudden,
all
like, what the fuck?
pixelated. Yeah.
What if Bigfoot is just naturally blurry?
Oh, right.
Ooh.
He's
What-
pixelated.
What if he's from like a different dimension, like starting to glitch in or some shit, and it's not like completely formed yet? That's why you kind of see it, but you don't.
Look at that. There you go.
That's a conspiracy.
That weed's kicking in. There
yeah,
you go.
yeah, there you
You think Bigfoot?
Done?
Do you think
Nah.
Bigfoot would talk?
Tapping out.
Yeah.
You think Bigfoot would talk?
Bigfoot?
Yeah, if you could talk, what the conversation would be like. Probably be annoyed by every one of us.
I don't think he would be able to talk, dude. You'd probably be like in like the Chewbacca state, you know? You don't understand what the hell he's saying.
Or he's in like in a cave watching us right now. He's like, oh, these guys are good.
Fuck,
Shit,
I ain't
he
be
probably
outside
got some
first.
good ass reception.
Yeah.
That day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, past the
They're
Wi-Fi.
talking about me. They're talking.
Look, you're looking like Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
hey.
That's
Oh
funny.
man, it's been a good one, man.
Fucking conspiracies, dude. I guess the video paused.
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
IG
man.
has been kind of doing its own thing
I
at this
think I know
point.
what happened.
Oh no worries, no
Ooh,
worries.
Bigfoot's been doing commercials for Slim Jim.
Funny.
Like I said, the movie 65. What is it?
What movie is that?
65.
I guess she's brought it up before.
Shout out to Valeria Duran.
She has brought it up before. Actually,
Is that somebody you guys know?
Yeah, she's
Oh, what's
she's
up?
one of one of our most loyal fans and shit
That's
to the
what's up, man.
podcast.
Shout out to Valeria. If you like what you hear, Valeria, go follow me on Instagram and
Barbershop
subscribe on the
Confidential.
YouTube,
Barbershop
please. Thank
There
you.
we go. We have a big umbrella podcast asking, do Eagles ever mess up the flow of your pod with you guys having multiple hosts?
Eagles? Oh, egos.
Oh, Eagles.
Egos.
Egos,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
I thought
I was like,
I,
is
I
this-
thought Eagles. Too. Yeah, I was
I
like,
was like, y'all got an eagle problem out here?
we got a brown eagle and a bald eagle, dog.
That's funny.
we just died of white shit.
yeah. No Eagles over here, and yeah, same with the table. I don't think any Eagles, man. We just like how you were saying earlier. We just kind of flow with the conversation and just let it roll.
Pretty much.
Y'all never got into argument with nobody?
Nah,
Nah, that's what's up, bro.
So far, knock on wood.
nah. That'd be kind of crazy to
There
fight
you go.
somebody on the live. Honestly, I don't
For
know.
the views,
I haven't
man.
gotten to the point where I'm like, all right, cut the camera.
No, it's because
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's 'cause the same thing, bro. It's not about the cloud; it's about the vibe. But yeah, we are not trying to fight anybody while we're recording live. That'll be
I had
some other
a
shit.
It's like, why would I argue? You know,
yeah.
I'm just gonna straight up cut the camera without warning.
I had a homie. We were like different sides of a discussion. It was like getting a little bit.
What was the discussion about?
Because I had we're talking about like drug crossing. And, like a long time ago, I had heard this story of this girl. She was out with her friends and she was dancing with some dude, and her friends wanted to leave, and she was like, "Nah, don't trip. I'm gonna stay with old boy. Like hook up with him, whatever." And they're like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah, I got it. Don't trip." Homie, the dude ended up killing her and stuffing her with drugs and tried to cross her across the border.
Oh shit!
And like she's dead right next to him, and the border patrol was like, "Hey, yo, wake her up," and he's like, "She sleeps, whatever." And they ended up finding that she was like stuck with drugs, and he's like, "Oh, fucking bullshit! Show me, like an article or something like that." And I was like, "I'm just saying, I heard about it." And he was like, "Nah, it's a urban myth," and it was just like, so then I pulled up one where they did it to a kid. Yeah, they fucking cut up a baby and like stuffed them with drugs and try to pass them through like the conveyor belt. And then they fucking saw that it was like full of drugs and shit. And I was like, I mean, if they can do it to a kid, they wouldn't do like a woman. He's like, nah. So we're just like going back and forth and shit. But it was like nothing like where we're gonna get up and fight. But it was just like it was interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's a harsh reality out there, especially in that type.
Yeah.
Like bro, like the extent, like money and greed will make
Yeah.
like man
facts.
do Ain't a
Especially like
True
the
shit.
they're fucking ruthless, bro. Like at the end of the day, I was like, I don't. Do you put it past them to do something like that? Probably not, right? Because they do some crazy shit like that. So
You know, like something's got to work, right?
yeah,
Like everyone's got their formula in life, and then in that line of work, it's like,
yeah,
it's, yeah, not for the faint of heart.
yeah, definitely.
That is crazy. I mean, you
But
guys
I-
also saw like the kidnapped
Oh, shit.
fools recently in Mexico. It's like they apparently like got to went down there to answer an ad for like work,
Oh yeah, and they
And
killed
those-
him.
and those
Yeah.
fools told them like they're gonna be basically in the trap, like cooking this shit, and they didn't want to do that, so they just ended up getting kidnapped.
Oh, is that what?
Murked on? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Fuck.
when they actually found out like what it was and they weren't down for it, it's like, all right, well,
You gotta die.
yeah, well, you know, it's like they're not gonna go ahead and risk anybody in the world that's not part of the world to be out here in this
Yeah.
world.
That's true.
It's a whole different fucking the whole different game, whole different world.
Valeria's your top fan.
This
That's
is
what's
true.
up.
This
Loyal.
is true.
This is true.
We'll do
Really
new
need
follower. That's what's up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Even though
Yeah.
I'm a leader. Louis and Bruce always go at it. Oh yeah, y'all go at it.
Did
Do
we?
it?
I did too.
Hey there.
I
Calma,
told
calma.
Bruce and Luis to
Se
go.
calma, nos calma.
No, but now I think about it, we don't necessarily we don't go at it, but we're always like on the opposing point of view.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
me and the homie Juan.
Oh okay.
Well, I've noticed when we have him on, that's usually when we do our shows in Spanish. We're usually on opposing sides of almost
Whatever.
everything. Yeah.
I like that though. Like sometimes I'd rather have that than have somebody who's just gonna agree with like.
Yeah.
And I want that give me fucking challenge me. You know what I mean? So,
all right, bro, we could get 3 minutes out of this conversation. You know,
10 if I'm passionate.
yeah, I like that. Not that I'm confrontational, but sometimes it's good to have somebody who gives you pushback so you can challenge yourself. Because somebody's like, "Oh, I think the Earth is flat," and they're like, "Yeah, me too," and it's just like, "All right, cool." I got excited when I thought he said it. I was like, "Oh yeah, we got a flat Earth."
No, that shit's round, dude. It's round.
I got hyped. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, because there's no way, dude. I mean, you know how fast the fucking Earth is spinning right now, dude, and for it to be just a crust and the fucking galaxy spinning around, it makes no sense, dude. A sphere makes more sense, especially if you're rotating around the sun. Come on now, physics.
Physics. I like it. You guys good?
Oh yeah.
Louis' eyes got red as hell.
Oh man, they always do, dog. Michael Gay was saying the camera's drunk.
The camera's drunk.
Oh, why is it tipped?
No, it was from earlier.
Oh.
When it paused.
Yeah.
Big Umbrella Podcast, and you see y'all bullshitting, bro. Keep it a whole buck. Who needs a yes man all the time?
Facts.
Yep.
Facts. As we agree with him.
This is true. Yes, man.
Oh man.
I mean, shit, when you're surrounded by kind of the same vibes that you attract in life and in the universe, you're gonna go ahead and surround yourself with people that are similar and have similar aspects and points of view. But that's where you just got to go ahead and find the specifics or the certain topics that you guys can see differently in life, But vice versa as well. As the people that you attract, you also get to learn and experience from them the same way they learn and experience from you.
Yeah.
And which might develop into the mindset that they need to be at in life and to go ahead and grow.
Yeah.
That's just my take on that.
That shit was good, man.
Yeah, well
That
said.
shit was
Bruce.
deep.
My bad, bro. I have
Nah, man.
And that has been Bruce's mixed thoughts.
Sponsored by Bruce's Mixed Nuts, lightly salted.
All right, what are you guys' the Big Umbrella Podcast is asking? What are you guys' thoughts on trans in sports?
Oh, he's trying to make it spicy.
Okay,
They should have their own league.
Yeah,
I am with that.
100%, dude.
Yes. I am with that.
If the women have their own league, men have their own league, fuck it. Just what's one more league, more money.
Yeah, just a translate, dude. Fuck it.
You could even have two.
Yeah. Yeah, but if they're like adamant to playing with like
Yeah, because the
who they
whole
identify, like go ahead.
the whole idea is not to be separated.
Yeah,
They
we'll
wanna
let
be
'em-
identified.
let 'em
Of
rock
course,
out,
That's what be
you
like
know?
the argument for there.
More betting books in Vegas,
True.
more money. I don't know why the government ain't pushing it. You know what I mean?
I think it would be an easy transition.
Well, they're not smart about it, man.
That whole shit is like, I don't know, man. Like, I grew up in a different era, so it's just kind of like the sensitivity these days is a little.
Cancel culture is like all new to me.
so-
Like we saw that shit like coming.
Yeah.
Well, not seeing it coming, but we saw it coming when it happened.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? the cancel
Yeah, it
culture
is
and shit.
weird.
Like, you say one thing, you tweet one thing, and it's like that's a wrap.
You know,
Get them out of here.
back then used to be like toughen up type shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Stop being a bitch, and you're like, oh yeah, you're right, you're right.
You know, I guess everyone started becoming yes man.
Hey, times change, dude. It's a little bit different nowadays. You know.
What's that say? RM the poet
Yo, what up, bro?
was good, y'all.
Saying it was good, y'all. I think the one before that was Valeria's. I feel like if it was flat,
Oh.
explain waterfalls.
There you go.
True. Yeah, like how flat are they talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
It's just because like if you look out in like Arizona, it's flat, right?
Yeah.
But there's like
There's
Yeah,
hills, there's
those-
hills and all that. There's valleys. Yeah. Learn from their mistakes, not yours. I'm just saying, my bad. I had to cook and prep food and got sidetracked. Bolt up.
Thank you.
Fuck cancel culture.
Yeah.
Fuck all of cancel culture. Shout outs to Andrew Trey, homie speaks truth.
Ah, damn.
Red Pill has joined the chat.
God will come back soon. Hey, what are your thoughts on that, bro?
On what?
On red pill movement type of shit.
I mean, every like all movements, there's the good and the
There's
bad, and then there's like the extremists who take it too far and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, take what you need from it, and then learn how to filter the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about a lot of things. Like, you know Gary Vee is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like I have this thing, man, where he speaks a lot of like good shit, but then it's like some of that shit just for people's certain circumstances doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like, you can't. Some of those things just won't work on everybody. So that's why you got to find out what's best for you, and just like push aside the rest. Just because they're like preaching all this doesn't mean you need to consume all of it. You can just what you need and shit. Yeah. What about you? You guys?
I feel the same way, bro, honestly.
No more yes, man. Come on, man.
Nah, for real though, it's exactly how you said, man. It's on, you get the extreme. It's like a small minority, but he has like the loudest voice,
Yeah.
type of thing. And
Free
yeah,
yourself
man.
from the Matrix.
and it's not just happening like with the red pill shit. It's
Politics.
yeah,
and
everything, man. You can't make politics your whole fucking identity.
Facts.
Yeah. That's,
Again.
That's kind of brilliant.
I agree.
Stop agreeing, guys. Damn it.
I disagree.
Yeah, well, let's go to the comment from RM over here. He's saying, shout out to 90s. That hat is looking fresh, bro.
Oh, I didn't even see what was over there, bro. I kept looking over here. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to
People are
90.
wackos nowadays, brothers. Some people are fucking pathetic. Fuck all these stupid pronoun shit.
Okay.
Shout out to RM the poet right
Shout
there.
out to RM the poet, yeah. I saw this video. I don't know if you guys want to touch on it, but I saw a video of this girl was saying that if she was like a person who does hiring at a business, and if she got a resume that had like pronouns, she said she would discriminate because she's like, you're gonna come in and like kind of fuck up the vibe. You're gonna like probably get offended easier. Probably want to sue because you're not feeling like you're being respected. And I was like, yo, low key. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know if she should have made a video for it.
Yeah, she probably should have kept that one to herself.
But I'm glad she did. I mean, it's on his truth.
But in the drafts.
But it's funny because now all that shit is starting to come back and bite them in the ass because of
Yeah.
social media. People are digging into them now. They're like, oh, well, what about
Yeah.
this when you said it
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Remember when you were 3? This is what you said.
I wanted that part in history.
Luckily, I grew up in an era where like shit wasn't recorded and
Yeah.
there's no evidence. For the
Yeah,
dumb
no,
shit.
everybody would be canceled, bro. And
Facts.
that's
Yeah,
it.
but shit. I agree again.
See what happens there.
number yes man in this world.
Just naturally happen.
Are the poets say,
I'll speak the truth.
yeah, he speaks the truth. I have to speak the truth. We have freedom of speech, y'all.
We do. America.
That is true.
Had to say that.
Yeah, the eagle is bald today, so you're good.
Louis coming off that that veterans episode from the Michael Gabriel show last week.
that
Very
episode
patriotic.
that episode was dope, bro. It was an amazing episode. So go check it out on YouTube, on Spotify.
Was he like military or something?
Yeah, it was two Marine veterans.
Oh, that's what's up.
And you know, we talked into like some of their deployments and all that stuff. So check it out. It's
We
really
talked into the first deployment.
yeah, it was first deployment.
deployment.
There's numerous deployments.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll be getting them back in here soon.
Shout out to the military.
Yeah, man.
Shout
So
out.
all the branches.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the service members in this great country of ours that allows us to have this freedom of speech and also be in our pursuit of happiness in that the way.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it's been a beautiful episode, man.
Sometimes your laugh makes me. Is it being sarcastic?
No, for real.
I mean it. I'm sorry.
But you guys have any last words before we
Yes. Last thing I want to say is, Jonah, for real, thank you for joining us.
I
dude.
appreciate it, man. Appreciate the invite.
It's been a fucking great
Shout
time
out to your
kicking it with you.
listeners.
But one more time, where can everybody find you or hit you up at?
Barbershop Confidential on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Where else? Twitter is BSC Podcast. You know, hit me up. You know, I'm always talking some shit. If you want to come on the podcast, just DM me. I'm gonna go through your shit. You know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, man, having me on. It was fun. You guys are cool.
Appreciate you having
You guys are a
me.
vibe, man. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to come down and do mine and shit.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
run it,
definitely.
dude. Let's do it. Yeah,
We're
thank
gonna
you.
have to do that.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a great time.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Well, that being said, though, yo, thank you for sipping up with us. Thank you for toking up with us. Thank you for kicking it.
North County, we're here. The living dead. Outside lens. Yeah. Two words, San Diego, we able to eat at the same table. Yesterday's fable, it's today's reality. Welcome to what I call the hip-hop academy of cool, calm calamity. Two words, hip-hop, no chain, wristwatch, no range, marijuana, cocaine, website domains, anonymous, no name, no face, just brain. Learn to play the fucking game. I'm saying two words, outside lenses, gente, gon' live for the moment. Step out with the homies. It's a takeover, SD makeover, no layover. We already here. Two words, gun control, don't patrol no more. I defend my own and everybody I know. Streets stay hot, try me not. Raising this game so everybody move. Two words, drug use, El Chapo, old news. But the drugs are still used, malabuse, you lose. It's an epidemic, methamphetamines, grandmama's open it. Whole world smoking things. Two words, North County, Oceanside, I'm alive. Hip hop till I die. Write rhymes every night. Cypher's gon' bring the light. Lightweight, Miller Lite. Yes, I'm down to fight. About to soar like a kite. Yeah. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. The work we putting in won't be overlooked. Our body language, your boy looks shook, and he should be. I be Marcus, can't be at the rim. Don't get touchy. I can't believe this is happening. emerge from north to south. I don't doubt many men, but many men in the end get lost. Hell of a cause, cause everyone tryna be the boss. But then society give me a pause. Raise the applause for the fucking terrorism, making an error. Knee deep in every endeavor, stay classy and clever. Hieroglyphics to letters. Everything that I do is all for the better. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your mints. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your mints. Putting out every fire like a fireman.
Yeah.
You never knew that I spit them scriptures like rabbi. Spit that fake shit, never have I. You don't wanna be an enemy, but then I lie. Before I have to cut your body parts like a tan line. You out your damn mind, thinking you could box with us. We like some juggernauts, homie, you ain't stopping us. Pop the clutch, speeding off with lots of bucks. You watching us, get blinded when we cock and bust. Don't ever worry about what could have been. Death around the corner, know the casket's what they put me in. Slipping on the bottom of the bottle, what I'm looking in. I'm going after every fucking thing that I should have been. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your mints. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your mints. Putting out every fire like a fireman.